What's going on, Feed the Beasters? JD here with the next episode of JD Plays Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved. Expert mode on the Acrid server. And as you can see by our handy dandy to-do list, today we are going to start Thaumcraft. And that's going to lead to all kinds of fun stuff. I don't have this all pre-planned as I usually have been here lately. This is going to be more ad-lib as we go because I'm returning to a normal streaming schedule where I'm not able to play for 4 to 5 hours a night. So that's going to kind of change how much I can cover in one night. I have begun cleaning up the base. If you'll notice, the old pillar that was here that connected over to there is gone. These are now connecting directly to here. And we've got some lovely ender conduit here, which we need to cover up, and I'll cover it up later. But I've got my two capacitor banks set up in here and here now. They're holding 10 million RF. And am I pulling squid objects through the wall? I just pulled squid objects through the wall, or I'm trying to. I got some. That's cool. Thanks, Watermill, for killing squids for me. Down here, I have begun to clean everything up. You'll notice that the center of the floor is now cleaned off. I think it's kind of dark in here, though. Well, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Anyways, all the machines are now back up against the wall, and you will notice that they all still have power. This is powered. We can prove that. We'll put this in there, and it'll charge that right up, and the power just keeps right on pumping. Get that bad mamma jamma back up to 20 million RF right quick. Love this thing. It's awesome. And it sticks it over here because it's silly. Let's just fix that where that doesn't happen anymore. No more outputting for you. There we go. The painting machine sitting up right here, I probably need to move that. I haven't yet. There's where it shows me my input output. I think I'm just going to turn this into a massive capacitor bank at some point where I just have a huge input output message. Down here we've got our magma crucible and our fluid transposer hooked up. I've got a few cache sitting around where I've been storing stuff. I need to get a warehouse built. We've got all of my Ender IO stuff here. They're still pulling, pushing, and here's my vat. I'll leave that there until I need to use some tanks on it, and then I'll figure out exactly what I want to do with it. Right here we've got all of our handy dandy laser beams mounted against the wall and targeting the assembly table. Over here is where our pulverizer, induction smelter, redstone furnace, and cyclic assembler are all set up. And they are set up in such a way now, well, let's see some magic. Bam! Look at all these conduits. Conduits running throughout the room now and hidden behind facades. Nice and clean wiring. Right here we've got some nice item conduits running that will handle anything that gets processed here. And I think I have some ore we can prove this with, maybe. Maybe let's check in here. Do I got any ore? I've got some silver ore right here. And what is that? That's nether quartz. Okay. Well, so we'll take this silver ore. And let's get some sand. Did I just grab the wrong stuff? I did. Sand? Throw the sand in, throw the silver, and I need some more sand, you silly bastard, JD. So this stuff is being processed, and as it gets processed, it's disappearing. It's because it's going back over here to this chest. So there's our silver ore. All 6 of them. So we'll drop those 6 silver ore into this. It's going to pulverize them. It's going to stick the silver grit into here. Pulverized silver. And silver, unfortunately, is the one item that I do not have going into my furnace right now. But just as a proof of concept, we'll break down some lead right quick. It'll smash it. Lead will go in here for just a brief second, and then it'll travel over to here and start getting cooked up. So we've got a bit more automation going on. I need to change out, and how that's working is I've got a conduit. This conduit lets things go in and out of here. And on the redstone furnace, the lower conduit, this is a Yeta wrench, by the way, that I'm holding right here. This is a new one. This is a special wrench specifically for Ender IO. And what it does is if you shift left click on a conduit, it will let you access that conduit even if you can't see the actual face right here. And if there are multiple conduits in the area, you can choose which part you want to access. So like if I shift left click here, I can pick west and that will access this one, or I can pick the conduit that's going up and it'll access this one. And that's shift left clicking. And there are multiple modes. If you shift and scroll your mouse wheel, it will let you change between the modes. I want to do item conduit mode. So shift left clicking here. Now on the furnace, this side is extracting, but if you'll look, there's a second side right back here on the back. And I think I can just reach it. Maybe, maybe not. May have to like go outside and do it. I got an idea. Well, yeah, we'll do it. So from right here, I should be able to reach it. So right here, we just shift left click, and you'll see that I have this filter. And the only things that I've got this filter set as a whitelist as insert, and this is on the redstone furnace. So with this insert filter, it's whitelisted to only allow iron, copper, tin, gold, and lead in. Now realistically, I shouldn't allow gold in now that I think about it, because gold should almost always be handled by my induction smelter. It's just a better way to handle your gold. Gold shouldn't be traveling through any other machine. So with that being the case, I can now come over here and I can add silver to this. So we'll just drop silver right there on it. And voila. I can put the silver back in here. And it's going to pull it out. There it goes. And it's going to start cooking it up. So now all of my ores can get handled as they're supposed to. We won't cook gold, and I probably don't ever need to put gold in here. I need to be putting gold in here with sand, because that's how I produce rich slag. And I've got some rich slag and some cinnabar and all kinds of fun stuff in here right now. So yay, that's working. And then I got rid of all the lava that was behind this. I realized it was causing me some latency. We don't like latency, it's bad for us. We're going to move these guys. Now I have this note block sitting here, not for any particular reason right now. I'll probably move that later. Got all my uranium finally put into one chest. Did a little testing with this. You can hold this uranium. It'll skyrocket your radiation poisoning. But you will not take any damage if you're holding this type of uranium. However, as soon as you touch a tiny pile of uranium or any plutonium or plutonium tiny piles, you're going to die. Okay? But this uranium, all it does is give you radiation poisoning. It will not actually kill you. Okay? It just sits there and hurts you and ticks you annoyingly. Now, all my IC2 stuff is in this wall. It's all beautiful. Look at that. Look how clean that looks. Nicely done. And it's working off of conduits as well. I've got some item conduits that are going to be shifting things from the macerator to the ore wash, from the ore wash to the centrifuge, and from the centrifuge to the fluid solid canning machine. I've got the metal former, the compressor, and the extractor set up above them. And let's look at how that's all set up right quick. We'll break the walls down. So I'm using immersive engineering high voltage cables to power all of this, meaning they're receiving 4096 EU or RF per tick, which comes out to 1000 EU per tick. It would probably be better, and I probably will eventually switch over to using cables once I have an MFSU or something like that set up back here. But for now, this will do. So basically, we have power running through the walls through our typical conduit, hooked into some HV capacitors that are kind of buffering this, I guess. But we don't really have a better way of handling this at the moment. What we really need is I need to set up an MFSU, and I need to set it up right here and do a transition through one of these through a tesseract would be best, to be honest. And we'll get to that eventually. But that's how these are hooked up for the time being. So let's brick this wall back up. Boop, boop. So yeah, my room is looking really nice. Now you noticed I was in a little hallway, and I haven't moved these yet. These need to be attached to this and this. But you notice this nice little new hallway. What is that? Well, this room down here is exactly the room that we're going to be using tonight to start on Thaumcraft. This is going to be my Thaum room. It's built directly below the Botania room, and we're still underwater, so we've got these nice, beautiful aquarium-looking windows, and we've got a nice little pattern put into the floor that matches the pattern that's in the ceiling, although I need to push this wall back. But yeah, this is going to be our Thaum room. Warning. This is your advanced warning and notice. This is my disclaimer. I am not a Thaum expert. I'm pretty good with machines. I know lots about Minecraft. I, bumped and bumbled along last time as I did Thaumcraft, and I had a lot of fun with it. But if you're expecting me to wow you with super amazing things about Thaumcraft, I'm not the one to watch for that. I'm going to do Thaumcraft, and I'm going to have fun with Thaumcraft, and that's going to involve getting into witchery, and that's going to involve getting into blood magic, and it's going to be all kinds of fun. But yeah, you've been warned. And this room's still under construction, by the way, so forgive me. Anyways, let's get started in Thaumcraft. So with Thaumcraft, one of the first things that we're going to need is a Thaumonomicon. You're going to have to find one of these. I'm pretty positive. I don't think you can make them. So you're going to have to discover one of these somehow. So you're going to have to do some treasure looting. There are lots of ways to get to treasure chests. One one way you might want to look at is runic dungeons. They're extremely OP and broken, I've heard. I haven't tried them. We're going to do one at some point on the Let's Play just to show them. But from what I hear, they're basically kind of cheaty, and I'm not sure why they haven't been disabled. But once you have your Thaumanomicon, you want to open this bad Mamma Jamma up. And you're going to find that there's, on the first page, basic information. We're going to get a peck. Oh, I am told that we can make a wand and hit a bookshelf, and you will get a Thaumanomicon. And I think that tells, yeah, it tells you right here, first recipe. I don't know how you would know that if you didn't know that, but if you make an iron-capped wand, you can right-click a bookshelf and get a Thaumanomicon. So there you go. You don't have to go into a dungeon to get it. Anyways, this is the research, these solid ones that we already have done, and this is basically just telling us about things. So this tells us about pecks. This tells us about plants and trees, you know, the great wood logs, silverwood logs, cinder pearls, shimmer leaves, mana pods, beautiful things, okay? These are going to tell us about ores. We can view stones, crystal clusters, amber, lots of fun stuff, okay? New enchantments, haste and repair, kind of like moss, and this is for letting us run faster. Alright. Aspects of magic. This is going to tell us the different aspects. Here are the primal aspects. We have air, which is air, terra, earth, ignis, fire, aqua, water, ordo, order, and perditio, entropy. These form the basic building blocks of all of the aspects. Now there's compound aspects. It's going to tell us right here. Simplest example of such a compound aspect is victus, which is a combination of terra, or earth, and aqua, or water. And that gives us victus, or life. So here are your primal aspects. And basically the book kind of gives you the background on, you know, what Thaum is, how Thaum works, etc., etc. It's very important to us because the book is going to be our more or less guiding quest line for getting things done. Now, like I said, you're going to need your Thaumanomicon. We have one. You're also going to find these knowledge fragments. Now, these things are cool because they can give you these unknown research notes, or you can just consume them to get different aspects. We're also going to need to be able to make these, or we're going to need to do lots of research. And for that, we're going to need a thermometer. We're also going to need a research table. And so let's look at this. A thermometer is going to take 2 shards of any kind, some gold, and some mana glass. So we'll need to go upstairs and make some mana glass. We're going to need to get some scribing tools, which is going to take a feather, some form of black dye, black colored honey drop, deviating seed, ink sacs, black dye, shadow ink. There's various ones out there. For us, it's going to be ink sacs for now. So we'll need a feather and some vials and some ink sacs, okay? Then we're going to need to get research tables and start doing research. It's going to be fun stuff, right? Okay, how do we get a research table? Well, I'm pretty sure that is talked about somewheres, maybe right, nope, that's not it. Right here. So these are some of our first tools. Now each of these pages is showing us some of the first tools we're going to need. So let's just go upstairs and start getting, actually I've got some of the stuff we need right here. But we're definitely going to need to go get some mana glass. I have a bunch of air shards. So we're going to take air. And I know I'm going to need at least 2 of these thermometers, so I'm just going to make them right off the bat. I think I may even need a 3rd. I don't remember. Yeah, I need 3. Because 2 of them we're going to end up using to make some goggles and stuff later, and it's going to be all crazy. So we're going to make 3 of these right off the bat. Just to save ourselves some time. And I need some dang food. Do I have food on me? I emptied all my bags earlier, and so now I'm running around like, what do I have and what do I not? We'll stop by and grab some of my food. That's not what I wanted to put up. This is what I wanted to put up. Should have food sitting in here. Some toast. Yep, there's some toasty. Alright. I think I may have a feather on me. Let me look. Not that kind of feather. I thought I had some feathers earlier, but that's okay. Alright, look, there. That's what I was looking for. Ink sacs. Thank you. So I've got a few ink sacs on me for us to get started with. And we're going to run back over here. I should have grabbed some glass while I was down there because that's what I came up here for. I may have some on me. Let's see. That's clear glass. I don't know if that'll work or not, but we'll try it. Probably won't, but I should have some glass up here. If I don't, we can get back down there pretty quick. I'm slowly transitioning everything that's up here downstairs, and I've been making a bunch more of these pure crystals. I'm growing a bunch of those as I get time and remember to do it, because we'll end up using a lot of them. So I still got 61 more ink sacks right here, so we'll be able to make plenty of ink. This runic chalk is used for making the runic dungeons we were talking about earlier. That's what I wanted, paper. We're going to need some paper. And I guess I don't have any glass up here. Okay, no problem. So I got a little shortcut in my base now. I can come right over to here and drop down. There's my obsidian generator. And right here, this puts us right back down there in this area. Hooray! And I should have glass sitting in here. There we go. It's quite clear. So we'll find out if any of these will work. If they don't work, we have a chisel. Yay. So up we go up the ladder. Whoop. And you know what? I'm tired of you being there, always in my way. We're just gonna I'll have to put a door on here later, but you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Now we can get out of the base faster. Okay, so we haven't done much with Botania in a while. We'll get back to it, I promise. Let's see, does this work? Nope, we're gonna have to convert it. Okay, no big deal. So let's take these and let's make glass. Let's take glass and go 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we've got mana glass. And let's just take this bad mamma jamma. We needed some gold. Do I have gold on me? You never know. Nope. Alright, let's get back downstairs now. I really should make a door. There we go. Much better. We can go in and out much quicker now. So the base is finally starting to really come together, and you know, we're able to get around a lot quicker, get to what we need. Now we should have plenty of gold somewhere around here, down here. Down here. Okay. Now I think we're finally ready. So, some mana glass, some gold ingots, and shards. And this gives us thermometers. Now, a thermometer is used to scan things, like this alloy smelter. If it'll let me, probably won't let me yet. Shift right click and you won't activate the item. To understand this, I need to study crystals. So basically, you need to have a certain level of understanding before you're going to be able to just start scanning anything and everything. Okay, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. So that gets us our first step in research in getting us our thermometer. The next thing we needed was to make some glass files. Well, I did not think very far ahead, and I did not grab feathers. Let's run back up here and grab some feathers, because JD's a derp, and you know, I derp out sometimes. I derp out a lot. Should have some feathers right here. Alright, so there's some feathers. So let's grab these. I think we just need 2 sets. And vial. Oh, we got to put it in the big crafting thing right here. I've already got it pulled up, Alt-Tab, but thank you, sir. So we're going to put this here and this here. Then actually, we may not be, I don't remember. Yeah, okay, so that won't work. Let's go back in here, look again. This requires a file, not a glass jar. Okay. So we need to figure out how to make a file. Well, it's really not all that different than a jar, honestly. You just need mana glass instead of regular glass, and we need some clay. Okay, do I have clay? Let's see. Hey, clay. Perfect. So let's just do one for now. We're going to do one file. So we're going to need to go make some more mana glass. No problem. Glad we were up top, right? Now, clear glass comes from Tinker's Construct. I cannot convert clear glass, unfortunately. Do I have any sand up here? Good night, Mr. Oltev. Have a great evening, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Sand. I'm going to let that cook right quick. And while that's cooking, we're going to harvest our ender pools because they're all populated, which is a rarity for me. Oh, no, they're not. There's 2 left. Damn. I'm trying to let it get all of them populated in the hopes that I'll get 1 extra seed. Okay, so we have enough now. Let's go make some mana glass. And I'm going to use this pool for my mana glass. And there's our 3 mana glass. Okay. There we go. And some clay. Boom. Now, if you leave it like this, you'll get mana glass vials. Putting this on there gets us the glass vial. Okay, so if we turn around right here, and we take our glass vial, and some ink sacs, and some feathers, we will get scribing tools. We're going to make 2 sets. Now, we'll make a 3rd, just to be safe. Okay. So, 2 things done. We've got our research thermometer, and we've got our scribing tools. The next thing that we need is we need to be able to make some research tables. And that's going to come down here in artificing. So we can make a table using great wood slabs and great wood planks. So let's go find some great wood logs. I know we got some. Here's some. Let's take these downstairs. It helps when I'm not trying to get a drink while I fall down the stairs. So we got our sawmill over here. Let's toss in a couple of great wood logs. And we'll do 2 more, just to be on the safe side. Because I got plenty of them. Okay. Now, let's get rid of some stuff that we don't need to carry on us right now. This is kind of my junk chest at the moment. And let's get the project tablet over here. There we go. Project tablet can hold all the stuff we're making and getting out and back and forth. Alright. So we want to take some of this wood and we want to make slabs out of some of it. And with those slabs we want to do this, and we want to get some tables. Okay. So we've got tables. Now we're probably going to need more tables, but let's take a look at this. So with an arcane, to get an arcane workbench, we need to take a table and smack it with a wand. Well, we need a wand first. To make a wand, we're going to want to make some of these iron caps and stick them on a stick. So we need some iron nuggets. Well, I should have some of those right here. And a stick should be easy to come by. There we go. So let's get back to this right quick. So here's 2 iron caps. And let's stick those on this stick. And there's our first wand. This wand has a capacity of 25. Yay. So if we take this, let's run down the corridor here. And we'll put our work table put it right here. We pull out our little wand and we right click it and it becomes an arcane workbench. And if you look, our wand is inside of it right now. So let's pull that back out. Alright, so we've got our workbench. We need a research table. And a research table is almost the same exact thing. But we need two tables next to each other and click them with the scribing tools. So we need to get two more, or one more table, because we've only got one on us. So let's knock that out right quick. Alright. And let's take that and let's just put that, I don't know. We'll put it right here beside this. Why not? And right click. Oh, we messed up. We made another workbench. That's terrible. I was supposed to click it with scribes tools. Well, oh well. Easy mistake to fix. The only problem is I don't have my axe on me right now, so I'm going to have to punch it. Boop. Alright, trying this again. Let's put this down. Use our scribes tools and right click. There we go. Now we got a research table. It doesn't consume your scribe tools. They're right here. They're ready to go. It looks a little backwards. Can we turn it around? Oh, we get the tables back. I did not know that. That is very cool. So if yeah, that's better. I like that better. Okay, so in here's how we're going to do all of our research, and it's going to start us off with a small amount of stuff. Okay, now let's see. Let's go back to our Thaumanomicon here. So we've got this made, and we've got this. And ooh, look at these goggles of revealing. These might be interesting to go for. Let's mess with that in just a second. What else we got? Well, eventually we're probably going to want to get do some alchemy, so we're going to need to get a cauldron and to make a mystical, or to make a crucible, I'm sorry. We're not going to do that yet. And over here we've got all this different research we can do to make better wands. And then back up here you've got different things you can do to do research expertise. So we'll probably start there. But before we do that, we need to be able to start getting different aspects. These are aspects. And you can go through the game and do it, you know, however you want. If you want to do the adventure and just go around and find them all on your own, it's kind of a mini game, you know, by all means, have fun, do it. For those who are not interested in that and who would like a little bit of a simpler way of doing it, I am going to help you out. And I linked this in season 1, but we're going to do let's add a window capture. Okay. We're going to capture Firefox, and this is what? This one right here, okay. That works, okay. And we're just going to pull this down and size this over a bit. We're going to move it right over here to the side. Actually, we'll move it to... No. Put you back where you go. Move you right here. So, because this way I won't forget to take this off the screen a little later. And we'll put it right there. Now I'm going to the portion that's right here. I'm just going to kind of read through to you. The important parts are down here, and this is a guide that's going to tell us how to get all of the aspects we need. Okay, so we want to start up here where it says start by combining aqua and Terra in the research table. Okay, so if we take Terra and Aqua in the research table and click combine, we're going to get a new one called Victus Life. We've discovered our first one. Okay, while we're at it, it says to go ahead and combine air and aqua. Okay, so air, we got to click one of these off. Let's click this one off. Air and aqua, combine those, and now we've got Tempesta. Now from here we're ready to start scanning some stuff. Okay, and it's got a list for us, and I'm gonna try to make this a little bigger for you guys. Edit scene, let's pull this out just a tad. There we go, and I'm gonna make this a little smaller. There we go, so we can look at one section at a time. So hopefully that's plenty visible to everyone. Alright, so it says, the first thing we need to go scan is we need to go find a torch to scan. I probably don't have a torch on me because I've gotten rid of most of them, to be honest. but I might have a torch back over here in my boxes. Let's go see if we've got one. If I have one, it's going to be in here. There we go. There's the torch. So throw the torch out. Shift right click. Bing. That's going to give us new research right there. Now you're going to get more. We just discovered Lux and we gained 3 research points for it. You get more, you know, the very first time you discover these things, from what I understand. So now we need some coal some coal ore. Okay, so let's throw this coal ore out. And that gave us Ignis and Potentia. Okay, now we need a grass block. Let's run upstairs. And after you get all the basics of this done, you're going to want to scan all kinds of stuff. Everything you see, basically. Your machines will give you so much. So this gave us Herba and Terra. And Herba is what we wanted out of it. We need a trapdoor. I don't think I have any trapdoors this time. I don't think I made any. We can make one right quick. Let's see. Trapdoor right there. It's just 6 lumber. Okay, so let's see. We got some lumber in here. We can dang sure make some. Bam. Such a waste of resources when I have a lumber mill downstairs. But that's okay. Now these things don't actually have to be placed. You can just throw them out into the world. Shift right click. Bam. We got arbor and modus. Nice. Now we want a chest or a bowl. We'll just hit a chest. Nope, that's an item frame. We'll hit this chest right here. No. There we go. That gives us Valkus. We need a glass block. Does this? I don't know if this is going to count. We're going to try it. Bam. Vitreous. Now that didn't count. Now keep in mind, this glass is different than regular glass. You'll be able to scan regular glass and get more vitreous. But you're going to get more, like we got 4 points right there. We won't get 4 points when we scan regular glass. We'll get a little less. Like this is glass. Let's see if this counts. Okay, this one can't be learned. I think I've got some regular glass right here. So let's throw that out. And so we got 1 point of vitreous for that one. So just because we've scanned something doesn't mean we know, you know, there's going to be other things that share those aspects. Okay, we need a potion of weakness. Do I have a weakness potion? I bet I do somewhere. What do we need? Fermented spider eyes? Surely I've still got one. Here's a decay, nausea. There's a splash potion of weakness, but that's not the same thing. Let's see if a splash potion works. Throw that out there. Boom, we got all kinds of stuff. Mortis, Precontatio, Perditio, Aqua. And we were really just going for Mortis and Precontatio, so that works. Okay, now let's see. Chicken. We need a chicken. I think I've got a chicken right here. There's a chicken right there in that safari net. We're about to, let's go release this in here in my pen with my other animals, and we'll get a scan on it. I'll come move it later. The forest regrew so well after the last time I chopped it down. It's beautiful. So there has been an Enderman in here. Dirty Enderman. Okay, so we'll put our chicken out right there, and we'll scan that bad mamma jamma. Boom. Volatus and Bestia. And that's what we were after. Alright, we need some soul sand. Let's go find some soul sand. We're off on a scanning adventure. Dun, 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 dun. I bet I got some soul sand in this house or somewhere. Maybe it's out here, actually. There we go. Throw that down. Spiritus and Vinculum, or Vinculum. I'm not sure how you say that word. I'm being shot at, though. Who is shooting at me? You? You silly bastard. He's strong. He's too strong. You'll work. I don't have my crossbow on me. It's downstairs, or I just shoot him in the face. Goodbye, friend. Okay. Next, we need some paper. I should have some paper in the project. Okay, so there's paper. Bam. Cognitio. Okay, now we need some rotten flesh. And that gives us corpus and humanus. Okay, what's next? Wheat, bread, apple, carrot, or potato. I bet I've got one of those at least. There's apple. That gives us fames and messes. And then flint and obsidian. Okay, we can get those. Flint and obsidian. Here's some obsidian. And there's some flint. Obsidian gave us tenebrae and some more ignis terra. And flint gave us instrumentium. Beautiful. Let's put this stuff away. So now that is the majority of what we need. Now at this point we can scan things in any order. We have pretty much all the prereqs. But there's more on the list as to what we can do. So if we scroll down, we have this next batch. And we're going to go ahead and knock out as many of these as we can, just because these are going to be compound components. So any 1 block tall vanilla flower. Okay, well, let's do poppy. And that gets us census. Wool, I have some wool in here in the house. So here's some wool. Let's scan this one up. Bam, that gives us fabrico and panis. Put that wool back. A spider eye. Okay. Got one of those right here. And people wonder why I hoard items. Boom! Venom. Fun way to say venom, I suppose. Let's go to sleep right quick. Now, do I have a bucket on me? That's a good question. Yes, I do. Perfect. Okay, let's head outside to the farm, because we need snow or ice and a milk bucket. Well, it just so happens we can get snow from here. Although we'll need a little bit more. Go away. Now, I don't know if snowballs count, but this is snow. So we'll just put the snow down right here. Scan it. There we go. And then a milk bucket. I've got my bucket on me, and we've got some cattle downstairs. So let's go visit our cattle. Give me some milk. We'll just take our milk and pour it out on the ground. Oh, that doesn't work anymore? What? Alright, so let's scan the milk. And it might have worked from the bucket, I don't know. But that gave us a lot, actually. That gave us Sano is what we wanted. We need a hoe. I'm down. I'll be that. Wait, that's not what they're talking about. Let's go make a hoe, guys. I haven't made a hoe this entire game. Until now. And they're going to make me do it. These dirty bastards. I don't have any... Do-do-do. I knew it wasn't going to work. Sons of... Love that ring of magnetization. Am I doing something wrong for the hoe? Is this recipe changed? Disabled? Something? Guess the only hoe I can make is a diamond hoe? Oh wait, I can make a golden hoe. But I can't make an iron hoe, I can't make a stone hoe, and I can't make a wooden hoe. That's cheaty. Whatever. I'll go diamond. I ain't broke. I can handle this. Diamond all day, right there. Bam. There we go. And that gets us Meadow, Arbor, Lucrum, and Vitreous. The one we were wanting was Meadow. Just throw that hoe in there and it'll never get used again. Haha! Okay, what are we at? We need any pickaxe. I have my doubts about this. I don't think any pickaxe will work, but we'll throw this one out there. This is a Tinker's Construct pickaxe. Percantaccio, Lucrum, we were supposed to get... Okay, so that definitely will not work. It got us some stuff, but not what we were looking for. But that's okay, because we got another way we can do this. So maybe those Natura sticks will actually work. Let's try this. There we go, we got a stone pickaxe. Alright. I don't care about the stick. Bam. And that got us our Perfodio. Now we need an arrow. I got arrows. I got arrows right here. Boom. Scan them up. There we go. And we were scanning arrows for Tellum. Now we need leather, any armor, to get Tudaman. Well, here's leather. There's Tudaman. Okay. A hopper or cinnabar ore. And we'll get permutatio. Now I have hoppers downstairs, but I think I've got some up here. Right over here. Yeah, there's one. And that gives us metallum, machina, and permutatio. So I don't really need a fence gate for that, for the metallum any longer, but I could use it to get eider. And I should have a fence gate downstairs with the sheep, I believe. So there's eider. Okay. And let's see, iron ingot or iron ore. We should have those on us. Maybe not in that tablet, but in the other one. Iron, right there. Somebody just laid an egg. Boom. What up, Razor Knock? That did not give me... I already had metallum. What am I talking about? We need some gold from Lucrum. Okay. We need a zombie or a skeleton. Congrats, Razor Knock. I don't think I have any gold. We'll go downstairs and get gold right quick. I need a zombie or a skeleton. I bet I can find a zombie out in this dense forest that I planted. In fact, I see some on the map. Let's see if they're actually down here hiding out. Or if they're underground. Because this forest is thick now. There's one. Bam. And we got our Examinus. We need an ender pearl, a blaze, or an obsidian totem. Well, guess what? Ender pearls. Lots of them. We'll get one in the house and throw it down. So we should have gold and ender pearls down here. There's an ender pearl. Beautiful. That gets us alienus. I guess aliens are our endermen are aliens. Wonderful. Should have gold right here. And that gets us lucrum, which we, I guess, already had. No big deal. Alright. What's left? A slime ball. Do I have a slime ball on me? I do. Let's toss that out here. Boom. That gets us limus. And then tainted goo. I've got taint somewhere. But I don't know where it is. And I've got some ethereal essence somewhere. But I don't know where that is either. So... we're going to call that pretty good in terms of having this stuff. Wait, there's some ethereal essence right there. That gave us Aurum and Infernus. and arum is what we were after. Now we're getting some additional finds than are what are on the list because there are other tiers of this stuff. So this thread, I'll have a link in the description of the video, but huge thanks to Chaos K. This is from the Feed the Beast forums for this list. It'll let you get through finding all of your aspects really, really quickly, and that worked out really, really nicely. Let's see if I can I don't think I can. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to turn that off. There we go. And we are back to the game. So we have found all the stuff we need, with the exception of tainted goo. We were missing taint. Now I'm pretty sure that somewhere I picked up a taint strand at some point. But what I did with that is another question altogether. So let's head back here to our Thaumcraft room. And let's also check and see how far into the recording we have made it so far. Let's take a look real quick. Make sure we're not going over on time because we got a lot I want to cover. Oh man, we're already 46 minutes in. Alright, so you know how to get started. You know how to get all your aspects. We're gonna trim this up just a little bit. Where's my Thaumanomicon? Right here. Okay. So at this point, we're ready to use this to start discovering other things. Now, if we look in here, you can see all the aspects now, and it tells you how many you have of each one. Okay. I want to get started using some of those. So let's just start off on the first tier. Let's do research expertise. We need scribing tools and paper to get this note. Okay, we've got paper. Where did all my scribing tools go? Let's check the projects. There we go. There's some scribing tools. Okay. So we can click this, and it's going to give us a research note right here. If we take this research note and we put it inside, it's going to give us a little diagram like this. Now what we want to do is we want to make a connection between these three. And to make that connection, you need to know what these three consists of. So if we go look at ordo, or let's we'll do this differently. I'm going to bring you back another web page. Now this is straight from the wiki, and this is the Thaumcraft aspects page. I guess I deleted it, so I can't show you the source. Anyways, just Google Thaumcraft aspects, and you'll get a list of all of the aspects. Okay, and whoops, I did not mean to click that. You'll be able to see all the what aspects make what. Okay, so a perfect example of this is we're at ordo, and we want to get down to, what is the brain? I can never remember what it's called. Right here, cognitio. Okay. So let me find cognitio on the list because it's been a bit since I've done this. Cognitio is a tier 4, and it likes to use ignis and spiritus. Now we don't have spiritus right now. That's something we'll need to discover. But we can take an ignis and we can drag it right here. And I'm pretty sure that there's an ignis and an ordo that go together, and I'm pretty sure that that's potentia. So we can put this right here, and we can do another fire, and I can do another potentia, and these two are now connected. Now that may not be the best way to do it. You're gonna have to figure out, however you want, and you'll be able to get more of these aspects as we go. The other one down here is sensus, and it requires air and the same spiritus. So it seems like spiritus would have been really useful to have right here. We have spiritus right here. So we could take spiritus and put it right there, and it will connect us as soon as we do a cognitio. Bam. And now we're connected. Once we're connected, and I know I bumbled and grumbled, I'm sorry, but once we're connected, we have our discovery right here. So we pull this out, and when we right click this, we now have research expertise. What does research expertise do for us? We have become more efficient at performing research. Whenever we remove an aspect that we have placed in the hex, there's a 25% chance that we will regain the research point. You can also see are also able to see what aspects you need to combine to create an aspect you are hovering over. So now when we come in the table, we can see that cognitio is ignis and I can't remember the name of the little ghost thing. Spiritus. That's very helpful for what we're going to be doing going forward, okay? So basically at this point we want to start researching things. Now this deconstruction table is really nice. It allows you to feed things into it like crafting tables and get back more essence, but that's stuff for another day. I want to make one more item before we call it quits, and that is these goggles of revealing. So let's get this research note. Let's drop this in here. Now for this we're going to want to go from this lovely Precontatio down to Census, and then over to, I cannot remember the name of that one either, but whatever. So I know that this one, it works really well if we use Potentia. Put this down here. Potentia works well off of Ignis. Okay, we got lots of Ignis. Census works well with what was it? They're in alphabetical order, I think. Air and Spiritus. So is there something that I can combine for air and fire is the question. So let's look through my list over here on the website. Air and fire. I'm sure there is. Yeah, there's Lux. So if I put Lux right here, now I can put air right here, and those are connected. And then the other one, this one down here is Arum, I believe. Yeah, Arum. And look, it likes air. So does Lux. So we can just do this, and they're connected, and we're done. We now have our goggles. Right click. And this tells us now, if you want to be able to make these goggles of revealing, you're going to need 2 thermometers, some gold, and some impregnated leather. Well, here's where it starts to get really fun. To be able to make this impregnated leather, we're going to have to get into some mean stuff, namely witchery. Impregnated leather consists of whiff of magic and diamond vapors. Whiff of magic, not too hard. You need a witch's oven. Diamond vapor, not terrible. You need oil of vitriol and a diamond. Oil of vitriol, you need quicklime and foul fume. Foul fume, back to the witch's oven. But to make those, we need to be able to do a distillery. Witchery distillery. To do a distillery, we need mana steel from Botania. We need attuned stones from witchery. We need arcane alembics from Thaumcraft. So they've really got these intertwined where it's going to be a lot of fun to get through all the different research. And there's tons of research to be done and tons of items. But we are drastically over on time, so we have started Thaumcraft. We've gotten the base set up even better. Remember that right now I am looking for people that might be interested in playing on a public server with us. The server will be a whitelist setup, and we are looking for people that are willing to donate to pay for the server with us, because obviously I'm not paying for a server for 30 or 40 people by the out of my pocket. But if you are interested, there's a link. Fill out the form. Let us know if you'd be interested in playing with us. I'll have the link posted in the summary of the video, as well as I'll pop it up here on the screen here in just a second. As always, guys, if you liked it, like it. If you'd like to see more, like it, subscribe. Be good to one another, and I'll catch you next time. Laters, everybody.